This article is from the Washington Post, and it's called Facebook's Satire Tag Could Wipe Out the Internet's Terrible Hoax News Industry. A move that could permanently cripple the Internet's unchecked hoax industry and ruin at least a couple of decent punchlines, Facebook this week announced that it's experimenting with a tag that will mark sites such as The Onion, Clickhole, and the Empire News as satire, and hopefully alert the millions of gullible people who share these sites as truth each week. The tag is still a small test, Facebook told the Post, and isn't terribly visible on the site. You'll see it only in Facebook's related links box, which appears once you've clicked a shared link, gone off-site, and then returned to Facebook. Whenever that related links box story, say from The Onion, it will automatically mark that story with a satire tag in the story's headline. It's unclear exactly how many sites are affected or how many users are seeing the tag now. Facebook still declined to elaborate. But a test Tuesday morning showed satire tags on articles not only from The Onion and its little brother Clickhole, but also Empire News, National Report, News Nerd, and the Daily Current news sites, and whether Facebook says they're fake. So some of them are marked and some of them are not. Their sites deal less in legitimate satire than virtual hoaxes intended to deceive. You may recognize them from our weekly debunk of dumb internet rumors in Fox News. And in the past week, we propagated stories like fake imminent eruption of the Yellowstone supervolcano, the fake brutal killing of an infant by a New York City police officer, and the rapper Lil Wayne's fake HIV diagnosis. All of these sites, with the exception of the Daily Current, have one other thing in common. They've all been online for 18 months or fewer. Bad satire, it turns out, is very good business, particularly of late. Money is right, Robert Winland, a writer for the Empire Sports, told the Post in April, and its fake news sites proliferate. It's become more difficult for users to weed them out. The top post on Empire News will frequently boast more than 250,000 Facebook shares, far more than on any other social platform. As that information mutates, it gradually takes on the pall of truth. In March, a group of researchers at Northern University dug into how conspiracy theories proliferate on Facebook, ultimately finding, quote MIT's Technology Review, that misinformation becomes entrenched when ordinary satirical commentary or obviously false content somehow jumps the credulity barrier. Moreover, as researchers in Empire's news share count suggest, that kind of cruel credulity jumping happens all the time. What's to be done? That's shenanigans. Organizations such as Canada's Media Smarts have proposed another, better media literacy and critical thinking skills to understand online. Facebook then its own quick fix. If you don't want people to be on the platform where people encounter fake news the most, we've received feedback that people want a clearer way to distinguish satirical articles from others, real articles, in these related news units, a Facebook spokesperson said. Of course, one thing, Facebook's auto tag feature predictably advertises a number of fake news sites, potentially lending them away. Neither Cream BMP nor WitScience.org were marked, unable to verify whether Civic Tribune, Hustlers, or World News Daily Report got the tag. It also doesn't help that the satire marker includes a related links box, which isn't particularly visible. It's certainly less than a news post on your wall or in your news feed. To further complicate the issue, Facebook algorithms behind its news feed, which 62.5% of the users are not even aware of, hide 70 to 80 posts, and they do so according to calculations we can neither know nor scrutinize. That situation is becoming increasingly worrisome to news organizations, sociologists, internet activists, and media and democracy. It was, in fact, just in the news last week when Ferguson trended on unfiltered Twitter long before on users' Facebook. Facebook's other problems, of which there are decidedly many, it's nice to push back against the budding fake news industry, which was otherwise growing unchecked. There's also reason, after all, a number of Facebook features, including graphics, started out as small. Until then, we're forced to agree with the AV Club's satirical solution. Just Plaster everything on the site with a "Stop reading the internet" tag. It should work.